didn't even fix it on the thumbnail. It said 93. So 2 93s back to back. But I got to fix that right now. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another TCR podcast.
Episode 95. And in case no one noticed, we messed up. The last one we said 93. It was actually 94.
94. This is 95.
This
We're
is
5 away from 100.
That's crazy. Are we going to take a little break after 100?
No.
Or you're going to keep going?
We got to keep going, baby.
It's because a lot of podcasts do like seasons. Season 1, take a little break. Season 2, take a little break. But tú me tienes aquí chambeando every week.
Well, regardless, we got to do something special for the 100th
episode.
100th episode number 100.
We'll be back from Mexico.
Yeah, we'll be back from Mexico. By the way, I'm super excited for a podcast or
Mexico.
2 in Mexico.
Yeah,
we don't got to take all
probably.
this. We don't have to take all these mics. We're going to have the wireless, and we could be anywhere. We'll be on stage. We could be in the jardín. We could be next to the banda. It's going to be lit. But I don't want to touch any Mexico subjects right now because next week is the Mexico week. So
Wait, can I say I'm just excited?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, honestly, we go to Mexico every July. Ya saben que vamos a las fiestas de nuestros ranchos. Mando and I are from 2 different ranchos, but they are within 15 minutes from each other. And we have fiestas a la misma vez, right? Even though we go every single year, I feel like this year has felt the longest, right? From going last year, number 1. And number 2 is we've been so busy, which I'm sure you guys can relate, that it is crazy that we are already 7 months into the year.
Yeah.
I feel like apenas like yesterday it was New Year's and now we are 7 months in. It just feels crazy. So because we've been so busy, we haven't had time to digest the fact that we leave to Mexico next month. And right now that you bring it up.
Next
week. Right now that you bring it up, it's like, oh my God, it's literally like in a few days we leave and I can't freaking believe it. And I'm excited.
This week I felt super prepared. Like every little piece is starting to fall in place. We're starting to receive some things that we're taking on the road trip. Wait, why are we talking about Mexico? I literally just said we're talking about Mexico
Anyways.
You're
the one that went into detail. I'm just saying I'm excited. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
TRAKAS. Talking about TRAKAS, babe. Tell them about your new hat. Well, it's new.
A veces, nada más hay que decir TRAKAS y seguir con tu vida. New hat, now available on the website. Let's go.
This one, Mando has been rocking it. I'll let you continue.
Well, I've been rocking it, and it goes with a lot of outfits. Like, for example, the brown tones. So you got the
nudes, the browns, the whites, the greens, yellows, whatever.
And as you guys know, 90% of the time that I'm wearing hats, 90% of the time I'm wearing hats. And lately, I've been wearing these trucker foam hats just because they are a little more comfortable.
And breathable
with this heat. I'm not saying I'm not going to wear my other Tampa Bay hats, but these right now, in the summer, they're such like more vibey. Staples, more relaxed versus like a nice new era hat, which I am going to keep wearing. But for now, in the summer, this is my go-to.
Yeah, trucker hats all summer for sure. Which, by the way, we are also going to restock all our trucker hats hopefully soon. Even the ones that we sold out the first time, which are all the cowboy, vaquero eras and all of that.
We're working on that, so stay tuned. Shout out to everyone that keeps supporting Guariz Brand. Like we always say, we're super grateful for you guys.
I'm wondering if we should do new colors.
I think so.
Right?
Change it up for you guys.
Yeah, like restock and new colors. What do you think about that?
I love those vibes. Talking about vibes.
Yeah. Because the first launch that we did with the cowgirl era and all of those, the number one feedback, which we always get, ya saben, is Lily BAE, Mando, can you do them in black? Can you do it in brown? Like they want more darker colors. And since we already launched them in like summery colors, maybe brown, we should do. Okay, sure. I'm going to think about that. But let me know down below what you guys want with those restocks. That way I'll take notes and get that out for you ASAP. But anyways, continuing on with the podcast today.
Continuing on the podcast, you said a cowboy. And it brought up to mind Texas. And specifically Houston, Texas, and anywhere of the surrounding areas. They just went through a hurricane, and I want to shout out whoever's listening from Texas because they have no electricity. A lot of people are powerless right now. I just spoke to Severo earlier, and he said they might be without electricity for 2 weeks.
What the hell? Dile que se venga para acá.
I told him. He's like, yo, just pull up. Come over here. I guess because of work, he has to stay, but 2 weeks without energy?
Yeah. What are they doing with the baby?
Well, no, they went to someone else's house. Like, not all Houston has no power. Okay, like but there's certain areas without power that got hit.
What category was it?
It's category 1. But it wasn't about the category in the winds. It was more about the rain. There was a lot of flooding. It brought a lot of rain because this hurricane literally came up from the coast into Mexico, into Cancun, and then swirled into Texas.
Oh, damn.
So imagine all the water that it's, however the science behind it's working, but imagine all the water that it's bringing and bam, it just throws it in Texas. Is a lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't anything worse because imagine if category 1 did what it did, imagine what something else would have done. So, gracias a Dios, that's over, and hopefully everyone out there is okay and gets their electricity back and normalizes ASAP because that is not good. Vénganse to my house.
Florida. I mean, now that just makes me think like, yo, we got to prepare. We got to start thinking about hurricanes here in Florida because I mean, it is hurricane season all the way towards November, so we gotta start preparing.
We still have 3 more months? August, September, October. 4 more months.
4 months of hurricane season. Well, right now it's a hot season. It starts like July, August, and a little bit of September. So we gotta prepare. On to today's subject. I was reading online that Jelly Roll, the country singer, and his wife Bunny are currently in the IVF stage of having babies. That's how they're gonna do it. They've been trying for years to have babies. She posted it on the podcast. Well, she announced it on the podcast. And what's going on, she got a lot of lash comments, a lot of bad comments of people saying, oh, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, God.
Oh, you got to go the natural way. That's not right by Jesus and things like that.
Why is it?
I know you have a very strong opinion on this, and I want to get your opinion, and I want you to tell your opinion on the podcast about this.
Why is it always the people that are religious backlashing? Why are they bringing up God and that whole scenario, right? I mean, I haven't read the comments, but that's what it sounds like. And in the past, unfortunately, because I have a prima of mine that recently did IVF, she had been trying for 10 years, okay? Tried the natural way, tried a lot of different holistic routes, y nada. She finally did IVF, and bam, she now has her baby, just turned a year old. And seeing her story and having witnessed all her unfortunate miscarriages and everything and how depressed she got and all of that, I don't see how it would be right for me to judge her for taking the IVF route if it's something available nowadays for people to take that can't have it the natural way. Yeah. So who am I to judge anyone for doing something like that? It's not hurting anyone. What's the big deal? Yeah. Why do these people feel so entitled to have an opinion about that?
Yeah, there's always going to be people that are going to complain or have something to say.
That's crazy though.
What about the people that say that having a surrogate is a bad thing?
What do you care?
Yeah.
Like, let them people be. Why? I will never understand why people feel like they have the right to have an opinion on what somebody else does with their body when it's not hurting you. Anybody. It's not phasing you. Don't worry about it. Leave people to do what they need to do in order to be happy, as long as it's not hurting anyone.
I'm going to put you on the hot seat right now.
What? Oh, damn.
If you could right now, if you had someone sit right there, right next to you and say, hey, Lily BAE, I'll be your surrogate.
Girl.
Like, would you jump on it? Like, would you do it right away?
I've gotten people, I mean, you've seen. Yeah. We have so much family members that think that I don't want to have a baby because I'm scared, which I am scared. They have all offered me to be surrogates. And I'm always like, hell yeah. I haven't gone through with it, but I am not against none of that at all. Kim Kardashian did it. A lot of celebrities do it. People that have the money to be able to do something, do it. What the hell is the big deal? Like, get over it. No pasa nada, you know? Whenever my cousin, after 10 years, finally had her baby, and we would talk about it, she would send me different, like, TikToks about it because I'm like her, what do you call it? Like, ella se desahoga conmigo, right? So, because again, we've been like one of the closest from all of our cousins. We're the same age and all of that, right? So, all of a sudden I came across TikTok where there is adult IVF babies and how they feel about it. And honestly, everyone I've seen, they were all like normal. It wasn't like a thing for them that they think about, or oh my God, I'm an IVF baby, I'm not normal. No, it's not even something that crosses their mind. One of them did say the craziest, trippiest thing was the fact that her and her sister were both IVF babies from the same batches of eggs, right? Something like that. I might be saying this wrong. However, the mom decided to have the sister 2 years later because they freeze them or something. Okay. So basically, they're like the same age, but they're really not because she had them 2 years later.
That's crazy.
And then 20-something years later, the mom still has some eggs or something like saved, or I don't know how it works. I could be butchering this. But the mom randomly said, imagine if we like were to have one of those babies, because this girl, she's in her 20s and she was one of the first IVF babies, right? So they aren't going to go through with it or nothing because they think, something could go wrong or something because they're such old eggs or whatever it is.
Imagine. I just thought of something.
So that is the trippiest part for her. Other than that, everything else is normal. She lives a normal life, has friends, goes out there. It's not anything where she's over here worried about people like.
I just thought of something. Imagine
people with the negative comments.
Right. Imagine a old woman artist. Name one that passed away already. Anybody?
Celia Cruz.
Imagine Celia Cruz left some IVF babies. Let's say, I don't know if this is even possible.
You're just making up scenarios now?
Left some eggs somewhere in Cuba. IVF vibes. And out of nowhere, a little mini Celia Cruz comes out. That'd be sick. That'd be badass. That'd be cool. No?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, even like, I don't know if it's even possible, a mini like Albert Einstein because he left some IVF babies.
I'm dead. Eggs. Is that how it works?
I don't know. I don't know
how it works.
Sorry, like, I might be.
If I'm a badass singer, do my kids become badass singers too? Or could they have it? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like Chente and his kids, or Pepe Aguilar.
LeBron James. Oh, by the way,
Antonio Aguilar.
LeBron James' son just got drafted by the LA Lakers. So he's going to play with his son on the LA Lakers this following
year
season.
Line. Wait, he has badass. Children that grown already?
Well, he's like 40 something.
Oh my God.
Is he? 39 years old. So his son could easily be 18, 19, so I think that's badass.
I think it's cool.
Wait,
I'm not here to judge nobody. Right. So if you guys are in the process of IVF or surrogacy or anything like that, don't let these type of comments and negative ass people get to you. Do what you got to do to make you happy, and don't worry about nobody else.
Yeah, and then people are saying, "Oh, you're doing it for the content, or you're doing it for the money." She responded, clap back quick. She's like, "Look, I got enough fucking content. I don't need the fucking content. I don't need the baby content. You think I need baby content? I don't need baby content." And then she said, "Oh, you're doing it for the money." It's like, I don't need fucking money.
You know what I wish? I wish social media or the web in general, in order for anyone to log in, had to show their identity. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. No matter where, from a phone,
That's
from
crazy.
I mean, we're in 2024. It should already be a thing. Like, I have no problem showing that I am Lily BAE on any of my platforms.
Your face,
on Facebook, I think we had to go show our ID one time, but not everyone has to. Only if you have a page or whatever. So yeah, you would think by now that would, number one, shut up so many people that are trolling behind fake accounts, right? Number two, show people's true colors. Like, imagine some of these people are like doctors or lawyers or people that are hiding behind fake accounts and are just negative Nancy's. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Normally, it's user 1,662 leaving a bad comment.
Yeah.
Normally.
Stupid.
It's never people showing their face. Well, there's sometimes.
Or like a lot of times it's kids, right?
Yeah.
But
little trolls.
Yeah, they're little trolls. So, for everyone to have a consequence for leaving stupid ass opinions and comments. Period.
Yeah. Right? Talking about babies and all that. Did you hear about the lady that went to the sea to have her baby?
No.
She went because she needed a C-section.
You're so stupid. I already knew. When I heard your little tone change, I'm like, Armando,
Let's go.
We haven't had a dad joke in a minute, I feel, right?
We've been serious vibes. We've been, by the book. But yeah, I had to bring him back.
I know, honey.
I had to bring him back. So talking about bring him back. This post says, I may not know everything, but I know energy. I know when it's genuine. I know when it's strange. And I know when it shifts. And that is completely right. You walk into a room, you're like, you don't feel the vibes. Versus other rooms or other places you walk in, it's like, yeah, this is the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally 1000% agree that you could definitely feel energies, especially if they shift the way when somebody's in a good mood, when somebody's in a bad mood, they don't even have to say nothing. Not even the look on their face will give it off. It's more about their demeanor and that energy
the
from
way they're
within.
carrying themselves too.
Yeah, the way things get awkward or the way things are just not the usual self. It's all about the energy.
But sometimes, let's say you bring in the bad energy or you have a bad vibe. You can't control it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You could always read it.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you can read the energy and you're feeling it and you know exactly what's going on,
Yeah. Like right now. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Well, it's different though, you guys. It's different from energy and the face. Right? Because Lily, 9 times out of 10, she has a very
resting bitch face.
Like she's mad. 9 times out of 10. And previously, back in the day, I used to ask her, yo, what's wrong? Now I already know the vibes. Now I already know her face. So I don't got to ask her that anymore. But that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between resting bitch face and the vibes. People walk into the room, they're going to bring the good or bad vibes, and that's it. No in between.
Random, but sometimes when I have my RBF face, like I see you look at me like this in the corner of my eye, like just to see if it's to see if I'm in a bad mood for real or if it's just my face. Like I see you analyzing me. And usually I bust out laughing because I could feel him looking at me like, is she mad? And I just bust out laughing like, what the hell are you looking at me for? It's because I get like focused. Like if I'm washing dishes, I'm just like, if I'm vacuuming, I'm just like focused on what I'm doing. And I don't even notice that my face is like, bruh.
Yeah, because this is different. Yeah, because in life, there's two people. Yeah, because in life, there's two different kinds of people. The people that are going to give you a great reaction versus a person that's going to give you an okay reaction or no reaction. And that is Lily BAE. She's never going to, and she will never give me a great reaction. Yeah. I go to other people when I'm looking for a great reaction. So that's why when sometimes you're like, you didn't tell me that or whatever, it's because of that. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And it runs in my family. Like Miriam at the warehouse, she says that my cousin Willie, which is who she's married to, is the same way. She'll be like, oh my God, babe, look at this thing that I found wherever.
New dress or whatever.
And he'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's it.
That's
me.
That's you.
So for so many years, Mando has been up my, ya saben que, always telling me, babe, you need to show a little bit more. Like, and he gave me this good example. He was like, the same way that you act when the kids try to show you something, get that excited even for an adult.
Right.
And I'm like, what?
Yes.
How does that make any sense? But then I realized, okay, some people look for that excitement from other people like you. For me, for example, if I show you, babe, look at this new Stanley I got. And you could be like, oh, okay. I don't care that you weren't like, oh my God, that is so cool, Lily. No, I don't care. But some people need that. They want that. What do you call it? That
gratification?
I don't know. They want that.
Comment down below.
Anyways, I'm not that type. I don't give off that type neither. But I understand why some people need it more than others for sure.
Let's go on to a break. Take a little break. Take a little water break. I gotta go to the baño.
You gotta go eat. I'm hungry.
You gotta fix up your makeup probably.
Get makeup.
We'll be back, you guys. How you doing over there, babe? Had a good break?
Yep.
What exactly were you doing? Tell us the truth.
You don't. Okay, you want to know?
Never mind.
You don't even know.
No, I'm good.
I'm not gonna say it. Let me tell you. So basically, last night I did a Q&A, asked me anything, and she didn't say that I could or couldn't share her story, but I'm not saying no name. I'm not giving you everything, so hopefully it is okay. Long story short, this woman said that
woman or man. We're not gonna say. Just kidding.
This woman said she's been with her man 12 years, no wedding, ups and downs, and recently she found out that he was married.
Okay.
Somewhere else, right? Supposedly, homeboy doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay and fix things for the kids. Hate that excuse, by the way. Makes things worse usually.
In the long run.
He's very much a que dirá la gente type of guy, which I fucking hate those guys too. I know one of those guys too, by the way. And she just feels stuck. And I'm like, girl, what do you want to do? What do you want? You're telling me what he's saying, but what do you want?
Right.
So right now that we were on break, she responded. Basically, she said she's done. She's done. She wants him out. She's lost all love and butterflies for this person as soon as she found out that he was married and she was being lied to and all of that. Y como dice aquí mi amigo, aquí se cuela una taza cada quien pa su casa. She literally put that.
So she's moving on.
So no, that's what she wants, right? Because remember, she just felt stuck.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that's what she's
So
gonna
right
do.
now, I responded quickly because we were on break. I said, honestly, I'm not sure how the home paperwork is set up. Like, is it under both of their names? Is it under hers? Is it under him? Because that is a big thing. You can't just be like, hey, get out of here, and it's his house, right? So depending on that, I'm like, at the end of the day, I mean, if your house is under your name and you have proof that he's cheated, you have all the rights to have him out.
But they're not married.
But they've been together. They have kids and everything. Okay. Right? What is that law that after you've been with somebody for so long, you know, that part, right? And I'm like, no need to waste any more time being miserable. You deserve to be happy. Like, what are you waiting for? And my advice, like, even if it's let's say it's his house, right? Okay. I feel like I always tell people this: leave. Why are you waiting there? Just leave. You're gonna get everything back. You're going to be able to start all over again. It's gonna be a little tougher, but it's harder for you to be having to deal and put up being miserable and in a toxic situation every day than if you just get yourself out of that and just start all over again.
For sure.
Right? Yeah, I know. Because somebody else recently wrote me too in my Q&As that it is harder for some people, especially if that other person is the breadwinner and maybe you are not. But maybe you need this to push you that you don't need nobody. Push you to work a little harder. Push you to look for another job, a second job, a third job. You're not the first nor last person that is going through this. There's so many moms out there that had to start all over but made it happen. There's so many people that weren't the breadwinners and had to figure it out. You can figure it out. You just have to stop using that as an excuse and tell yourself, you know what? I am done with this shit. That's it. I'd rather start from scratch than having to deal with this shit any longer.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
It's great advice. Great advice. I love it.
So that's literally what I was doing right now.
That's funny.
And I'm always here for my girls.
That's funny because I was like, yo, what are we talking about today on the podcast?
Oh, and somebody else in my Q&A wanted to send me a story, and they're like, how do I send it to you? I'm like, babe. I said, send it to Mando.
Wait, did she send it already?
I don't know.
Well, the cool thing is that I took screenshots of your Q&A.
You're lying.
Yes.
When did you do that?
And this is part of our segment today.
Mando, bro.
I was on. I didn't even ask because I know Lily would be down.
Well,
Are you
Mando
down
has
or not?
I'm logged into Mando's phone. He posts for me all the time. Like, it's not a big deal.
Well, because at the end of the day, we're not that we're a business or.
But sometimes, like right now, I'm like, dang.
Shit to do. So the first one that caught my eye. All right. Before disclaimer, I don't go through your messages. I don't go through none of that. I don't have fucking time.
El que nada debe, nada teme. So I really don't care.
All right, let's go. First one. Well, second one, because you already spoiled this. Not spoiled it. You kind of jumped the gun of reading your Q&A.
I just said one because you asked me what I was doing.
Right. My boyfriend doesn't post me on social media. We've been together for 5 years. Should I worry?
To me,
Should I worry?
It is one of the biggest red flags for me if he is a poster.
Right. Yes.
That is a big if. If he is somebody that is just on social media, never posts.
Right. Yes.
He hasn't posted since 2017. It's okay.
It's him in front of a car or his car. Like, is really nothing.
But if he is a big poster,
always posting at the restaurants, his
stories,
beer,
like very active, then to me, it is a big red flag. We actually knew somebody in that situation. And before they even terminated their relationship, I peeped it. I told Mando, look, this guy never posts her, and he is a poster. Yeah. It could be for his birthday, he got posted. For her birthday, she would not get posted on his page. And what does that tell me? And he is a poster. What does that tell me?
You're hiding.
That tells me that he's hiding. He doesn't want certain people on his page to see that he is in a relationship. He doesn't want certain people on his page that he maybe has been talking to on the side to leave his ass, right? Big red flags. To me, 1,000% a red flag. Unless he is not a poster. So that is a big one.
That's
literally the only reason. I would be like, oh, it's not a big deal, girl. But other than that, I don't see why not. Why? Why don't you not post your wife? That's literally who you are with 24/7. Right. Your other half, Segun. Why wouldn't she pop up every now and then? I'm not saying that he has to post it every day. No, I'm not saying that at all. But you would think.
Even Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, the top influencers post their wives.
Yeah, you would think that you married this person because they're like your best friends, the one that you love. Why wouldn't she randomly pop up in your shit?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
We get it, babe. We get it. That part. All right. This is for all the women wondering. Disclaimer, we have no kids.
Hablando de posting, did you know when I first started talking to you, you made me post you?
Hell yeah. Quick, baby.
You were like... And that was before influencer days. Don't think it was like, he was trying to clout me or something. What did I say or what? You were like, I don't know. It was just a conversation. You're like, oh,
let me sit back for this.
Yeah, you should post me. And I was like, huh? By that point, I had been single 5 years. Never posted none of my little side, whatever pieces that I had. And so I was like, I literally like smirked like.
Este vato.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it because he's cute or whatever. And that picture is still up. Insert
Which one is
screenshot right here. The one where you thought you were looking so cute with your watch showing and everything.
Let's go.
You guys are going to be like, that is not Mando.
Let's go. Yeah,
that's me. Fucking Mando.
That's me. Let's go. All right, next one. You ready?
A ver.
It says, wait, disclaimer. For the people back at home, we have no kids. So it's easier to keep the house clean and organized. Not giving an excuse for when we do have kids, if we do have kids one day.
Yeah.
Right? That's not an excuse to have a dirty house. But this person said, how do you keep your house clutter-free?
Clutter-free?
Let's try again.
Clutter. You're going to keep this in.
How do you keep your house clutter-free? My house tiene viles of... Oh, no. My house has piles of mail, piles of clothes in every corner. How do you do it, Lily?
Girl, one thing about me is that I am continuously cleaning. As I am in my house, even when I leave this area, I get up, take my Stanley, and everything that doesn't belong here, I take it with me, right? Let's say I have something that needs to go upstairs. I'm going to leave it by the stairs. So I'm not saying I'm going to go straight upstairs, because if you guys have a house with stairs, you know how much you hate.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
Don't get a fucking house with stairs.
Don't.
I leave it there in order for me to go. For the next time I go up, I take it with me. So I'm always putting things back where they belong. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, we don't have kids, but Mando is like a big baby. Okay. I'm just kidding. But he was really bad at putting things back where they go. So even if my house was nice and clean, he would leave his like headphones and the keys on top of the table, let's say. And they don't go there. The keys have a place literally in the drawer right next to it, right? The headphones in his office. So just imagine that scattered around the house.
It wasn't that bad,
It wasn't bad though. But for somebody like me that I like
Lily BAE.
Everything clean, it was very irking to me, right? So I would say, aside from picking up after myself, everything has a place. Everything has a place somewhere hidden where it belongs, right? And number 3 is I declutter at least once a month. I declutter everything, even like my closet, my kitchen cabinets, my junk drawers, my Mando's closet, Mando's off. Oh, I make him declutter. Like, we're always decluttering, throwing shit away. And something that my tia told me when I first bought my first home.
Let me guess. The least shit you have, the least shit you got to put away and clean.
Yes. Shout out to my tia Nettie for that. She said, the more shit you have, the more shit you have to clean. And I was like, that was like a breaking moment for Lily Bae. And ever since then, I have been some sort of a minimalist. I still like having cozy vibes, and maybe I'm not too much of a minimalist, but yeah, for sure, picking up after yourself. And if you have kids, teach them young, girl. Right. My dad, I think I got the clean freak from my dad because since I can remember, we all had chores. And as we grew, he would add on to our chores or make the chores a little harder for us to do. And it's easier said than done because I am the way I am, but my sister, one of my sisters, complete opposite. Right. Even though we had the same upbringing. So what would I say? I would say for people that your kids that you see are a little more lazy and don't want to do it, I would push them a little harder to do it because it benefits all of us whenever we're adults. I've told you guys in the past, like when you walk into your house and it's nice and clean, your energy is very happy and relaxed and zen. But when you walk into your house and it's a fucking mess, desmadre, your energy automatically goes from 0 to 100 or pissed or whatever the case is. So I feel like if you have kids or if you have, or your husband, like Mando for me, like communication is key. Letting them know, like, listen, I like to stay on top of things and I want things to stay like this. So teaching them basically, right? And with Mando, I feel like it was very easy because again, he's not messy. He's not super messy. And number 2, he likes the finer things in life too. He likes the house to look clean. And whenever I told him, babe, walking into the house, doesn't it give you that zen feeling because it's clean? Yeah, he automatically agreed. And I don't see anyone that would disagree with that. So yeah, decluttering, pick up everything, put it back where it goes. And yeah, those are my top tips, girl. Okay. And if you have kids, teach them. Or, one thing with kids, I will tell you, because remember, I don't have kids, but we did have my friend living with us for almost a whole year with 4 kids. She had 4 kids. She has a 2-year-old, a 7, a 9, and a 13-year-old, right? Which luckily all the girls, my friend is super clean too, and all her girls are super clean. But her baby, which was a toddler, and you can't blame him, he would have everything everywhere, like his toys everywhere, which to me, that is not a mess neither. I didn't mind that at all because he's literally a kid playing around, right? But then after a while, I would see that she would get, remember she would get like stressed. Yeah. And the reason being after the fact, she's like, it's because it would stress her that my house is so clean that her kid was leaving a mess everywhere in her eyes, even though it wasn't stressing me at all. I didn't mind it, you know? And I was like, girl, I don't mind that at all. And she was like, yeah, but it's just too much. He has too many toys, And then it just came to me. I'm like, so why don't you hide the majority of his toys and just leave like his favorite top 5 and rotate it every now and then so he doesn't get bored? I didn't research that. It just literally came to me, and it literally went like to her head. So she ended up hiding all the toys because it was a lot. It was probably like 50 toys. She ended up hiding all the toys in the closet, and then I ended up buying him a little basket and leaving it in the corner of our living room. So at the end of the night, she had a little thing with him. She would start singing, clean up, everybody. Yeah. So he knew to put all his 5-6 little toys in the basket. And after we figured that out, she was even like, damn, I never thought about this. Even before she moved in with me, she was like, it was hard to keep up because it was him with the mess. It wasn't really the girls. It was the baby. And look, a little tip. And then recently we went to her house because she moved out, and we went to her house to visit one time, and I noticed that she was practicing the same thing there. And I was like, is that me? Did I do that? Like, what?
Did I influence you?
Yeah, I would have never thought. Or like if your girls have so much clothes, and maybe clean out their closet, do basics, make it easier for her.
So many little
the more
things.
you have, if it's overwhelming for you, imagine for your kids having to pick all this up and not knowing, because they're little, they're still learning, yeah. So I noticed with little Rudy and Camila, when they come here, they have their clothes, because they both have rooms here, and they both have their closet spaces and their folded clothes where it goes. They know exactly where to go, grab it, put it away. They know where their clothes is at. But back at home, when we go pick them up, that they need to come over.
They're running around like
they're running
chickens.
around. Yeah. They don't know where nothing's at. They don't know they don't know if they have clean undies and all of that, because it's not as organized, I said it, or not organized, but they have less here that that makes it hard to go through. Does that make sense? So yeah, I go through their stuff too. They're growing out of it like crazy. Their stuff doesn't fit, so I have to literally. No, I lie. It's a little more, you guys. I don't only have Rudy and Camila's kid clothes here. I have enough for all ages. Because you guys know we throw little sleepovers. We throw pool parties with the kids. They leave their clothes here. I have a room full of clothes for all ages. And my family is the type that they won't be like, onta la ropa de. No, they just leave it here, and the next time they come, they'll use it. And if it doesn't fit Scarlett no more, it'll fit Mila, and everyone just shares clothes, no big deal. But everything's organized, so as soon as somebody needs clothes, I know exactly where it's at. And so anyways, I kind of went into that. Sorry.
We're going to have a full podcast on this. You kind of ate up on my other questions,
Sorry,
time,
you can
but
cut
it's
this
okay.
out.
No, I'm gonna leave it. I actually enjoyed. I listened to it, so we're gonna leave that in there. Okay. But I want to move on. I want to move on to another little subject.
Wait, no more Q&As?
No, that's it.
Oh,
that's it for now.
Them. Okay.
I know you liked them, but this is not a Q&A podcast.
Okay.
It was just a little segment.
Está bien, pues, ya síguele.
Top tips for people coming to Florida, and I got the first one. Make sure you bring sunscreen for sure. I see a lot of people on the planes leaving Florida all sunburned.
Oh my God,
I'm like, yo,
yes.
what the hell? People going back to Wisconsin or, I'm like, you wearing no sunscreen or what?
Yeah.
So yeah, top tip, bring some sunscreen when you go out to the beach or just when you're walking around. Not only does it protect you from getting burnt, but it avoids, possible
wrinkles and sunspots and cancer. Yeah, sunscreen is really good for you guys.
SPF, baby.
Yeah. Another tip I would say, because again, this is a new segment. Tips for when you come to Florida. Don't get close to dark waters, swamps, the little lakes and all that. Don't go walking around it or taking your dog around it. Stay away from it. You don't have to be scared. There's hundreds of lakes around here. You don't have to be scared. No pasa nada. There's even sidewalks around some lakes, right? But just don't go right next to the edge of the water, especially.
Be cautious.
Yeah, be a little cautious for sure.
Be cautious. I have one. It's be open to different foods. Be open to try new shit out here, like the food. There's a lot of
Cuban food, Puerto Rican food, Colombian food, Peruvian, Venezuela.
There's a lot of Latin foods for sure. I mean, we have, a lot of Asians and Jamaican, but like a lot of Latin.
For sure, the majority of food here is like Latin inspired.
Poppin', Latin inspired. And I'm talking about Tampa, Orlando, Miami.
Yeah, which is the top, correct.
Yeah, top 3 cities. In my books, I might be wrong. But yeah, top 3 cities. Be open to try new shit. Cuban sandwich, paellas. Just a lot of
just
Latin.
Try a Cuban sandwich, you guys.
Be open.
I want one right now.
Let's go. This or that Lily Bae edition. Beach party or pool party?
Oh my God, that's the hardest one I think you've ever said in your life.
A lit beach party.
Beach party for sure. You know why? Because I don't got to clean like I do.
Well, it
here.
don't have to be at your house. It could be anywhere.
Oh, like at a resort or something?
A very nice resort or a very nice pool.
I would say, I guess, pool party because everyone's in the pool.
No sand.
To where at the beach, where some will be in the water, some will be, under the tent, and it's a little more divided. So I guess pool party.
Right now, TikTok or IG?
TikTok.
No light for a week or no water for a week?
No light for a week? For sure. No light for a week.
So you have to have water.
Yeah,
I mean,
I need
drinking,
to shower. I need to drink it.
Don't worry about drinking. You'll have water to drink, but not to shower.
So I'll just use my drinking water to shower.
Nah, no drinking. Humidity or snowy weather?
Humidity all day. I'm a summer girl.
All right.
The winter, I can handle it for one day, and then I need to be inside.
Mazatlan, last one. Mazatlan or Cancun?
Well, I've never been to Mazatlan, so I would say Mazatlan.
And you've never
Can you take me,
partied
babe?
in Cancun? You're down? But babe, close it out with some motivation.
Listen, the person, I really want you to pay attention to this.
All right.
The person you are and the person you want to be is only separated by discipline.
Discipline. Badass. You ready to go eat, babe?
I'm hungry.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 95.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one in Mexico. Shush!
No.
What?
It's the Mexico. We're going to talk about Mexico. That's what I was hanging. That's what I was trying to say.
Wait, what?
The next podcast is not Mexico.
Oh, you're right.
We're going to be talking about Mexico. So that's why I didn't want to touch that subject.
Okay, bye. See you never.
All right. Bye.